Vampire bat. Bats are the only mammals that can fly, but vampire bats have an even more interesting distinction. They're the only known mammals that survive solely on blood. They tend to live in colonies of thousands in almost completely dark places, such as caves, old wells, hollow trees, and buildings. The basic social structure of roosting bats is made of harems. These are composed of females and their offspring, and a few adult males known as resident males, and a separate group of males known as non-resident males. Female vampire bats form associations with one another that can last for many years, and they're believed to be the only species of bats in the world to adopt another young bat if something happens to the bat's mother. Like the legendary monster from which they get their name, these small mammals drink the blood of other animals for survival: sleeping cows, pigs, horses, and birds. Though uncommon, vampire bats occasionally bite humans for blood. Rather than sucking blood, vampire bats make a small cut with their teeth and then lap up the flowing blood with their tongues. These bats are so light and agile that they're sometimes able to drink blood from an animal for more than 30 minutes without waking it up. Each night, vampire bats drink about half of their body weight in blood. Piranha. After sharks, these creatures are one of the world's most misunderstood fish. Piranhas are found in freshwater rivers, ponds, and streams throughout northern South America, and they have a reputation for being ferocious. In Hollywood, they're often depicted as ravenous pack hunters who won't hesitate to eat their way through people, but in reality, piranhas usually try to avoid humans out in the wild. Many different fish are called piranha, but the number of species is a matter of debate. Based on current data, there are between 40 and 60 different species of piranha in 12 different scientific families. The most commonly known species is the red-bellied piranha. Most piranha don't get any bigger than 2 feet long. They're omnivorous foragers and feed on insects, worms, crustaceans, and fish. Piranha often travel in shoals as a predatory defense, but rarely exhibit group hunting behavior. Acoustic communication is common, along with aggressive behaviors. Through media influence, the piranha has developed a reputation as a ferocious predator, though this is not actually the case. They're a popular aquarium fish, believe it or not. Black caiman. This alligator has its own ecological niche that enables coexistence without too much competition. They reach up to 17 feet long, with females being slightly smaller than males and being about 10 feet long. Typically, they weigh around 800 pounds, but can get as big as 1,000 pounds. As the largest predator in its habitat, it may also be a keystone species, playing an important role in maintaining the structure of the ecosystem. The black caiman is the largest member of the alligator family and the largest predator in the Amazon River Basin, averaging 13 to 16 feet in length. The species gets its name from its dark, black skin coloration, which provides camouflage during nocturnal hunts and is thought to help absorb more heat. They have thick scaled skin, and their eyes and noses are located on the tops of their heads. This enables them to see and breathe while the rest of their bodies are underwater. While black caiman aren't the most aggressive members of the crocodile, caiman, and alligator family, you shouldn't try to touch one. These are wild animals, and they can be very territorial, especially if they have a nest and eggs nearby. It's a dangerous species to humans, and attacks have occurred in the past. Arapaima. One of the world's largest freshwater fish species, these giants can grow to 15 feet long and weigh up to 440 pounds. The arapaima is an air-breathing fish that swims in the rainforest rivers of South America's Amazon basin and nearby lakes and swamps. As air breathers, arapaimas can only stay underwater for 10 to 20 minutes. They tend to stay near the water surface before coming up to breathe, using a modified swim bladder that opens into the fish's mouth and acts as a lung. The noisy, distinctive gulp makes it sound like a cough and can be heard from far away. The predatory fish isn't a picky eater either. It primarily feasts on other fish, but it also eats fruit, insects, birds, and even mammals. They can't survive in cold water, so they're not known to venture near North America regularly. But parts of southeast Florida may now be warm enough to host them, which could pose a threat to the region's existing wildlife. And since an arapaima can lay thousands of eggs per year, it wouldn't take long for it to become a major invasive species. Though this species was once abundant in the Amazon basin, it's now on the brink of extinction in some areas. However, researchers are hopeful that more stringent conservation efforts will bring Arapaima populations back. Brazilian wandering spider. This spider's scientific name literally means murderous in Greek, and it's no wonder why. Its bite can be deadly. The Guinness Book of World Records has named the Brazilian wandering spider the world's most venomous spider. They look mean too. Because of the toxicity of their bite and their alarming-looking posture, these spiders have a reputation for being aggressive, and we can see why. These behaviors are actually defense mechanisms. When threatened, it will raise their first two pairs of legs, and their threatened stance serves as a warning, indicating to predators that this poisonous spider is ready to attack. However, their bites are a means of self-defense and only done if they're provoked intentionally or by accident. These spiders are big too, with legs spanning around 6 inches and bodies reaching up to 2 inches. But don't worry,